Welcome once again to this workshop. I'm your facilitator for this one day workshop on anger management. Before we explore this powerful emotion, let me introduce myself. I'm founder of Dukh Nivaran Holistic Care Services and an experienced physiotherapist for past 16 years. I started my journey as holistic healer and amplified my knowledge as certified compassion coach and career coach. We would be exploring the roots of our emotion, anger, how it affects our lives, and strategies to manage it effectively. Let's turn this powerful emotion into a tool for positive change. Also, pardon me, today if my voice breaks, I have a very bad sore throat. I'll try to repeat if not understood at first place. Thank you. Now, what is anger? What do you understand by term anger? Anger is an intense emotion you feel when something has gone wrong or someone has wronged you. It is typically characterized by feelings of stress, frustrations, and irritation. Everyone feels anger from time to time. It's perfectly normal response to frustrating or difficult situations. I'll try to explain in easy language, but please don't hesitate to ask anything if not understood. जैसे रविंद्रनाथ ठाकुर ने कहा है, जो मन की पीड़ा को स्पष्ट रूप में नहीं कह सकता, उसी को क्रोध ज़्यादा आता है. That is, anger is accompanied by many other emotions: incompetence, fear, betrayal, unhappiness, sadness, many misunderstandings, betrayals, many things. Anger producing situations, यानी एंगर या गुस्सा हमें कब आता है? Specific persons or events, insults, disappointments, annoyance, fear, resentment, frustrations, jealousy, low self esteem, grief, home, life, conflicts, marital conflicts, familial conflicts, rejections, embarrassments. Example, you can become angry when your phone stops working when you need it the most. Boss yells at you for unnecessary things, or when it starts raining and you get drenched all over, or you get scolded for job your sibling has done. Relatable? Give me a thumbs up if it's relatable to you. Sorry. Now, signs and symptoms of anger can be many. हैव यू एवर नोटिस्ड, जब हम गुस्से में होते हैं हमारे हाथ नम होने लगते हैं, सिर दर्द महसूस होता है, हार्ट रेट इंक्रीज हो जाता है, बीपी इंक्रीज हो जाता है, बेसिकली बॉडी का स्ट्रेस रिस्पॉन्स एक्टिव हो जाता है, जिसके कारण एड्रेनालिन एंड कॉर्टिसोल ब्लड में रिलीज हो जाती हैं और बीपी और हार्ट रेट में चेंजेस होने लगते हैं. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन एंगर एंड रेज. Now, what is rage? Rage is extreme form of anger that is violent and uncontrollable, whereas anger is a primary emotion that can be healthy and can be controlled and expressed appropriately. Rage is accompanied by loss of self-control and can be physically violent. यानी हमें जब गुस्सा आता है तब हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं उस फीलिंग को, बट रेज इज समथिंग दैट इज आउट ऑफ आवर हैंड्स. Now, when does anger become a problem? To understand this better, let's dive into hows, whys, what's, whens of this emotion. How can anger be helpful for us? Anger can be helpful to identify our problems, help protect us from things that are hurting us, help us feel more energized or focused on task, motivate us to push for changes in the world, or to help others who are being treated badly. मतलब जब तक एंगर हमें पुश कर रहा है किसी काम को करने के लिए, किसी अच्छे काम की तरफ मोटिवेट कर रहा है, तब तक वो हेल्पफुल है. But it can be unhelpful when it distracts us from what we need to do, make us say or do things we regret, make it harder for us to express ourselves clearly or calmly, leads to arguments or conflicts with others. How you can act when you're angry? Now we can act outward aggression, inward aggression, and non-violent or passive aggression. Outward aggression is when we can display anger by shouting, yelling, slamming doors, hitting or throwing things, being physically violent, threatening others, or verbally abusing others. I'm sure we must have seen our kids doing same at any time they are denied their screen times. आप अपने बच्चों से phone लीजिए and then see the tantrums they throw on you. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. Right. Now, जब हमें गुस्सा आता है, जब हम अपने गुस्सा अपने अंदर दबा के रख लेते हैं, हम उसको आउटवर्डली एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाते, उस गुस्से को हम इनवर्ड एग्रेशन बोलते हैं, सच एज टेलिंग योर सेल्फ दैट यू हेट योर सेल्फ, डिनाइंग योर सेल्फ बेसिक नीड्स लाइक depriving yourself of food and not sleeping, avoiding things that make you happy, living living in an isolation, and maybe sometimes self harming yourself just to take out that aggression on yourself. It affects our sleep appetite. We isolate ourselves, and this lead to increase in passive aggression, where we are not directly acting angry, but showing or displaying our feelings indirectly in sarcastic manner. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, एग्री करना किसी काम को करने के लिए, फिर कंप्लेन करना उसी काम को करके, या कुछ ना करने के एक्सक्यूजेस बनाना, या प्रोकेस्टिनेट करना. प्रोकेस्टिनेशन होता है आज का काम हम कल पे डाल देते हैं, बट हम उस चीज़ से जो फील कर रहे हैं वो फीलिंग, वो एग्रेशन हमारे अंदर रह जाता है. मोस्ट कॉमन ट्रिगर्स ऑफ एंगर. गुस्सा समझने के लिए हमें अपने ट्रिगर्स को पहचानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. ट्रिगर्स वो वजहें हैं जिनके कारण हमारी बॉडी में ये इमोशन पैदा होता है. अच्छा, गुस्सा आने की वजहें भी बहुत हो सकती हैं. फर्स्ट स्टेप इन मैनेजिंग एंगर इज़ फाइंडिंग योर ट्रिगर्स. समझना हमें गुस्सा दिला कौन रहा है. नाउ मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल द थिंग्स दैट ट्रिगर्ड एंगर इन यू टुडे and examine why you were angry. Say if you felt hungry and you were delayed by some work, you felt anger, or maybe your kids were shouting at you for not going to school and you were all the time telling them that they need to, you felt angry. Or maybe your husband or your wife was not able to understand what you were trying to say, you felt angry. यानी कभी हम ज़्यादा उम्मीद लगाते हैं, कभी थक जाते हैं, कभी हम रिलैक्स करना चाह रहे होते हैं, बस कभी कोई बात बार-बार किसी को समझाकर परेशान हो चुके होते हैं. हमें ये सब बातें गुस्सा दिलाती हैं. अगेन, गुस्सा आने के पीछे मैंने आपसे बताया बहुत सारी वजहें हो सकती हैं. ये वजहें जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है. नाउ व्हाट इज़ योर एंगर स्टाइल? देयर कैन बी 3 एंगर स्टाइल्स. Like hot headed people. These are those people who get angry very quickly and reacts without thinking carefully first. They blame others for their problems and are not able to accept their failures. Retreaters. These are the people who targeted by shouters or hot headers. They don't plan on first place and are very cautious, thereby shy away from risks. Emotions fill them. They are filled with many thoughts in their mind, but they are unable to communicate it, even though they want to. Hot headers want to settle issues right now, but these sulkers just cannot. Now, commanders, they'll do everything by themselves. They will feel impatient if they are told to wait. They want to own things and credits and are also craving to be perfectionist. Realize that you can't always be in control. You have to let go of many things. Just don't keep on repeating your problems. Now, the point of categorizing yourself here is to understand your anger type and then accept where things go wrong. Can you please comment in chat box what kind of personality you can resonate with? Hot headers, retreaters, or commanders? Hot headers, if you resonate with yourself as headed person, type H. If you resonate yourself with retreater, type R. If you are a commander in your life, type C. I hope made myself come easy to you when I told these three styles. All right. Now solutions to these three styles are given in this PPT. I hope I'm clear till this point, and I'll try to explain intervention further. So let's move to other slide. What is cognitive distortions? Irrational thoughts that shape how you see the world, how you feel and act. यानी वो नेगेटिव थॉट्स, नेगेटिव फीलिंग्स, नेगेटिव नकारात्मक थॉट्स जो फैक्ट से परे होते हैं और हमें मजबूर कर देते हैं किसी सिचुएशन को, किसी भी इवेंट को गलत रूप से देखने के लिए. They exaggerate or minimize the importance of the event in our mind and fuel anxiety and anger. हम सही चीज नहीं देख पाते पर उन विचारों के कारण हम कुछ और देख रहे होते हैं. All or none thinking, yeah, all or nothing thinking. It's commonly it's a common unhelpful thought pattern that involve viewing things in extremes or black or white. This distortion involves viewing situation just in extremes. Either it is there or it is not. Without considering shades of grey, यानी बीच का कोई रास्ता हमको दिखता नहीं है. हम या उस सिचुएशन में yes देखते हैं या उस सिचुएशन में no देखते हैं. Second is personalization. Personalization occur when individual attribute external event or situation to themselves, even when they are not directly responsible. आई एम सॉरी, आपको मैं ऑल और नथिंग की एग्जाम्पल से समझा सकती हूँ. इफ़ योर पार्टनर फॉरगेट्स योर एनिवर्सरी, आई एम श्योर इट हैपन्स मेनी टाइम एट अ प्लेसेस. You think they don't love you, or you are not their priority, they don't prioritize you, you are not important in their life. Just by forgetting the anniversary हम बहुत कुछ सोच लेते हैं. Or if it's raining outside, you'll feel it's not safe to drive at all. और if your kids don't listen to you, that I'm sure हर किसी के घर में होता है, they are not going to succeed in their life, or maybe something worse is going to happen with them. Now personalization, जब हम बाहर की किसी भी इवेंट या सिचुएशन के लिए खुद को ब्लेम करने लग जाते हैं, इवन दो व्हेन दे आर नॉट डायरेक्टली रिस्पॉन्सिबल, जिसके जिसके कारण हम खुद की अपनी सेल्फ एस्टीम को ही लो कर लेते हैं, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट डायरेक्टली, we are not blaming anybody else but us in that situation. For example, आपके कुछ करने के कारण आपका पार्टनर अपसेट हो गया, your wife or husband got upset, तो you would blame yourself that you have done something for your partner that wasn't okay, feeling you are always wrong and you cannot keep your partner happy. Yeah, believing that you were turned down for a promotion because you were not good enough. And this feeling will dwell more if your colleague gets promoted instead. Next is catastrophizing. This involves magnifying negative aspects of situations and imagining the worst case scenarios. यानी जब हम किसी सिचुएशन के बारे में इतना ओवर एस्टिमेट कर लेते हैं कि हम बस उसके वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियोज ही देखते हैं. जब जब हम किसी प्रॉब्लम को एग्जैजरेट करके देखने लग जाते हैं, इससे हमारे अंदर एंजाइटी या गुस्सा बढ़ जाता है. एग्जाम्पल जैसे जब व्हेन स्टूडेंट्स फेल टेस्ट एग्जाम्स and assume they'll never pass school and be total failure in life. Or if my partner leaves me, I'll never find anyone else or be happy again in this life. This is magnifying our scenarios to such a negative extent that we cannot see any positive outcome or any positive way out of it. Fourth is mind reading, making inaccurate assumptions about other people's thoughts, feelings, and intentions. Mind reading involves assuming what others are thinking or intending without concrete evidence. Example, thinking everybody makes negative judgment about you even though they are not doing it, या assume करना सामने वाला क्या feel कर रहा है. You do all the overthinking in your head, creating mess in your emotional well-being. I know you must have connected in a way or other from above explained distortions in your day-to-day life. Now, how can you manage anger at your home? This is the main part of my workshop, because सबको पता है गुस्सा क्या है, कैसे आता है, but the main motive of this workshop is how you can figure out कि आप उस पॉइंट तक ना पहुँचे कि आपको यू टर्न लेने में मुश्किल हो, या आप अपने नॉर्मल स्टेट ऑफ माइंड को कंटिन्यू रख के किसी भी सिचुएशन को ईजिली हैंडल कर सकें. I'd like to add that there is difference between feeling of anger and what you do with it. For better understanding of hidden emotions, we need to understand further. Yes, of course, with a lot of practice, we can control our undesirable emotions. It's not at all impossible. Relaxation techniques, practicing mindful exercises like deep breathing and picturizing relaxing scenes, that is called mental imagery, keep can help you direct your attention away from this kind of thinking. ये हमें हमारे आसपास की दुनिया की भीड़ में स्लो डाउन करना सिखाता है ताकि हम प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन को रैशनल माइंड से देख सकें. कॉग्निटिव रिस्ट्रक्चरिंग, ये टेक्निक हेल्प करती है नेगेटिव थिंकिंग पैटर्न को पहले आइडेंटिफाई फिर उन्हें चेंज करने में. यानी अगर हम ऑलवेज या नेवर जैसे वर्ड्स अपनी डेली लाइफ के कम्युनिकेशन में यूज़ ना करें, तो उस स्टीरियोटिपिकल नेगेटिव पैटर्न को ब्रेक कर सकते हैं. जैसे आई कैन नेवर स्कोर गुड मार्क्स नो मैटर हाउ हार्ड आई ट्राई can be changed to I can try study hard this time and score good. Now, problem solving. The best way to approach a situation that makes you angry is to not focus on the solution but to figure out how to address the problem. बहुत बार हम आंसर्स या सॉल्यूशन ढूंढने में इतना व्यस्त हो जाते हैं, इतना टाइम और एफर्ट लगा देते हैं, जबकि हम प्रॉब्लम को ही सही तरीके से बता नहीं पा रहे होते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, माई हस्बैंड ऑलवेज लीव्स मी एंग्री as he never wants to understand my feelings. He never gives me time. यहाँ हम क्लियरली पार्टनर से टाइम मांग सकते हैं, हम उसे ये बात आराम से भी बता सकते हैं, प्यार के जरिए भी हम उसे ये बात समझा सकते हैं, बट हम इतना ओवर थिंक करके यहाँ तक आ जाते हैं एंड देन वी कैन just cannot think of a rational solution to this. We can work out in finding middle path when he is free from his work to talk, but we dwell ourselves oftenly and feel not heard and cared without even asking for it. Now there are many ways to fix your emotions. The thing is, we need to find out what works best for you. Thought records. A CBT, that is cognitive behavior therapy exercise, is practical way to capture and examine your thoughts and feelings using 7 easy steps. I have attached a worksheet in next slide. Please feel free to ask for resources after this workshop gets over. Let me quickly explain it to you. Prompt 1 says situation. That is what happened. That is what happened that made you angry. Write down what were you thinking. Write your situation. Prompt 2, you have to write these things. After your situation has gone, your event has faded out. You have to, journaling, you have to do it. Write down these 7 points. I have attached this worksheet in the last of this workshop. आप प्रॉम्प्ट वन में लिखेंगे कि वो ऐसा क्या हुआ जिससे आपको गुस्सा आया. What were you thinking? What was your situation? What happened? Prompt 2 would be, what is my feeling? How this made you feel? Did you feel annoyed, scared, angry, frustrated? You just write it down. Prompt 3 is unhelpful thoughts I had because of it. यानी वो थॉट्स जो एविडेंस बेस नहीं थे, बस तुम्हारे दिमाग में आए उस इवेंट के कारण. Example, I'm worthless, not capable of doing things right, etc. right now. Prompt 4 would be evidence in support of my thoughts. अब आप सोचिए कि आपने लिखा आई एम वर्थलेस। क्या आप वाकई में वर्थलेस हैं? आपने लिखा आई एम नॉट कैपेबल ऑफ डूइंग माई वर्क एट माई वर्क प्लेस एफिशिएंटली। इज इट ट्रू ऑल द टाइम? आप 10 में से कितनी बार अपना काम टाइम पे और एक्यूरेट करके अपने बॉस को सबमिट कर सकते हो? Is your thought having some evidence? Prompt 4 is evidence against my unhelpful thoughts. अब आपने जो सोचा उसके अगेंस्ट आपको लिखना है, दैट एक्चुअली इज वॉट यू आर बीनीथ। जैसे अगर नहीं तो कॉन्ट्ररी में थॉट्स बताओ कि आपने काम 10 में से 8 बारी करके दिया अपने बॉस को, दो those two things which you were not able to supply to your boss would not characterize you as a worthless being. ऐसे आप अपने अपने इवेंट के बारे में अपनी थॉट्स को कॉन्ट्ररी में भी लिखेंगे। देन ऑल्टरनेटिव न्यूट्रल यानी मोर रियलिस्टिक थॉट्स। अब आपने उसके बारे में यानी वो 8 बारे बातें जो आपने सही की, 10 में से 8 चीज़ें जो आपने सही की हैं, उसके बारे में कि आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू बी ऑन टाइम, आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू बी एक्यूरेट विद माई वर्क, आई ऑलवेज ट्राई टू गिव माई बॉस वॉट ही वॉन्ट्स, आई ऑलवेज डिलीवर दैट। only time I was being late, I was not able to complete my work, and that's why those two things happened. आप उनके बारे में अपने अपनी आइडियोलॉजीज बताएंगे कि आप उन 8 चीज़ों के बारे में कि आप what makes you worthful. Next prompt is how I feel now after completing my thought record sheet. जैसे एग्जाम्पल, आपकी कार ट्रैफिक में किसी से टकरा गई, आप गुस्से में अपनी मेड जिसके कारण लेट हुए उसे, अपने किड्स को, अपने हस्बैंड को अनहेल्पफुल होने के लिए सोचने लगे। अनहेल्पफुल थॉट आ गया कि आप किसी के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं हो। अब घर आकर आप थॉट रिकॉर्ड शीट बनाएंगे और बताएंगे कि आर दे रियली अनहेल्पफुल? Do you think that you are not important in their life? And then you will write it down in this journal. Believe me, do try filling it next time you feel angry. आपकी ईज के लिए मैंने वर्कशीट लास्ट में लगाई है, यू कैन टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट फ्रॉम दैट वर्कशीट और आई कैन डिलीवर इट इन द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. If it works, which I'm sure it will, do message in the group how it helped you to calm down. Show me a thumbs up for this commitment. Now, Socratic questioning. It involves questioning based on facts, evidence to explore what you know and what you don't. Socratic questioning involves asking thought provoking questions to challenge distorted thoughts. For example, your thoughts are based on facts or on your feelings. Could I be misinterpreting the evidence? Socratic questioning is done by your counselor during session to develop new perspectives and improve your life by finding solutions. Positive affirmations. Using positive affirmation help individual replace negative thoughts with constructive and empowering thoughts. I hope you know J.K. Rowling, our Harry Potter's author. She wonderfully once said, "We don't need magic to transform our world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already." Positive affirmation improves your self confidence, helping you overcome your doubts. Just replacing your negative thinking pattern and positive thinking with positive thinking and believing what you say to yourself. Repeat after me, everybody. Please repeat me. I am not unmuting you people, but do repeat it after me. I choose peace over anger always. I choose peace over anger always. I am in control of my emotions. I am in control of my emotions. It's okay to be uncertain or insecure sometimes. It's okay to be uncertain or insecure sometimes. Most importantly, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Now, people, consistency is the key. Make it a habit and see yourself transforming. हम अक्सर गुस्से में बहुत कुछ ऐसा बोल जाते हैं जिसको हम चाहकर भी सुधार नहीं सकते. द की हियर इज थिंक बिफोर यू स्पीक. It will allow you to mend your emotions. It in the heat of moment is easy to say something you'll later regret. Take a few moments to collect your thoughts before saying anything. Take a time out. Timeouts aren't just for kids. Give yourself short breaks during times of day that tend to be stressful. If possible, timeout is an excellent way to clear your head, mental fog, and it also reduce your stress level in that moment. Deep breathing. Start breathing slowly. Start breathing slowly, and deep breathing also is a good activity for timeout session as well. Before moving further, I like you to start this small exercise with me so that you remember when you need to use it. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 3 seconds. Come on, breathe along with me. 1, 2, 3. Hold this breath for 1 second. Now breathe out for 3 seconds again. 1, 2, 3. Breathe again for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1 second. Now breathe out for 3 seconds again. 1, 2, 3. Whenever you are in the situation in a mess that anger is dwelling inside you, maybe outward aggression or inward aggression is about to start, but you need to stop. You cannot allow yourself to overflow with your emotions. You can always try slow breathing, it will help. Now, have you ever tried holding your favorite pen, stuffed toy, photo frame, handkerchief, or anything of sort while feeling angry? These are called grounding objects. Keep a small object with you to hold and focus on when you feel angry. Like a fidgeting toy, people must know kids usually have them at their home. जब हम अपने प्रेजेंट सराउंडिंग्स पर फोकस करते हैं हमारा मन शांत हो जाता है. इसे ग्राउंडिंग टेक्निक बोलते हैं एंड देयर आर मेनी ग्राउंडिंग टेक्निक्स बट ड्यू टू शॉर्टेज ऑफ टाइम आई कैन नॉट एक्सप्लेन ऑल द टेक्निक्स हियर. I cannot explain full grounding technique, but this grounding object thing can help you for anger management for sure. Please message me if you want any further explanation on this. Now, there is an interesting fact I want to share. हमारी हाथ की पांचों उंगलियां हमारे इमोशंस रिप्रेजेंट करती हैं. आई एम श्योर यू कैन सी इट इन योर फिगर. उन पर एक्यूप्रेशर पॉइंट्स होते हैं जिन्हें दूसरे हाथ से प्रेस करने पे यानी अपनी फिंगर को एक हाथ की फिंगर को दूसरे हाथ से पकड़ के उसको कंफर्ट देने में जब हम एंग्री हैं जब हम उस सिचुएशन में हैं जब हम फ्रस्ट्रेटेड फील कर रहे हैं स्ट्रेसफुल फील कर रहे हैं तब हम अब अगर अपनी मिडिल फिंगर को अपनी दूसरी हाथ से कस के पकड़ लें ताकि उसकी वार्मथ उसका प्रेशर हम अपनी फिंगर पे फील कर सकें. This gesture will pressurize on the acupressure point on this finger, which will calm you down. It's a must try. Then the famous 5 4 3 2 1 technique. Try listing 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you taste. This will shift your focus from the present situation to analyze it within a rational way. Ever happened when due to marital conflicts you haven't found a way to address or release your anger inside you? My female friends must be familiar with this term, this pent up anger thing. Before that, I'll explain self talk to you. Just a moment. The self talk in a quiet voice, talk to yourself, telling yourself to keep calm, relax, stay calm. Getting angry won't help me. You don't have to say it out loud. You have to just assure yourself in your mind that things will eventually fade up. Things are not that bad. You have made them in your mind. This too shall pass. Drinking cold water cools you, can calms you down. Try drinking a glass of water, 3 large gulps instead of a sip. Drinking water also relaxes your nerves and calm you down. Expressing your true emotions. Use I statements and convey message of feeling hurt or frustrated or even scared before your emotions change to anger. True feelings are often hidden because we always, this is a human nature, we don't want anybody to see our vulnerable weak side, right? So we don't uh, convey our in an innate hidden feeling, and we always try to mask it on. Communicate your feelings using I rather than you. You were the one who made me angry is a wrong statement. Instead, you can say, I felt hurt and angry because something happened. Now, anger must not be left untreated. It will lead to depression, problems at work, low self esteem, poor relationships, physical problems such as headaches, sleep problems, digestion problems, heart problems, many more. Now, what is pent up anger? Ever felt unheard, unappreciated, unaccepted, or unmet? This type of anger can affect your mental and physical health. जब हम अपने एंगर को एक्सप्रेस नहीं करते, it stays with us. Yes, it does not fade away, it stays with it. If it's in you, if anger is with you, if you got angry with somebody, something, some situation, it cannot just go away on its own. Even though you were not able to express it, it stays with you. This is called as pent up anger, which had been in you, and it just get triggers just like that. Whenever, like in a marital relationship, many of the female friends, female colleagues could have experienced this, that due to in-laws pressure, maybe relationship issues, maybe some certain events happen, and you cannot just convey what you want to feel or what you want to say. That feeling, that उस फीलिंग को, उस पेंटअप हो रही फीलिंग को दबा देने से वो अंदर ही रह जाती है, एंड यू नीड टू टेक दैट आउट. Because instead of feeling vulnerable to the pain of feeling hurt, you can address it the same moment you felt that. Anger emotions get turned on in your body whenever the triggered point appears. Recognizing and accepting your anger will help you deal with it. You need to recognize what happened and how it cannot be repeated. Now, managing pent up anger can be easy. Understanding the source of anger can help you cope with the situation or the person involved. Instead of feeling vulnerable, just blurt out. Often feel a desire to say things out instead of dwelling into the feeling and masking on and moving further. Like, thumb rule is understand the source of anger. Example, road rage, where actual problem could be cribbing boss or hunger or tired you. Try listening music, taking time outs, deep breathing, muscle relaxation exercises like PMRT. These can help you relax and take control of your anger. There's a technique called EFT for pent up anger. EFT is clinically proven to help reduce stress or anger effectively until they are cleared from root cause. Again, we can take another session for EFT if needed. Do feel free to message on the group. For easy understanding, I can show you PMRT video. Please relax and close your eyes and follow instructions. Am I audible? Is this visible?
Let's begin by finding a comfortable position, sitting or lying down, in a place where you won't be disturbed. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel any tension beginning to release from your body. Let's start with your feet. Curl your toes tightly as if you are trying to grasp something with them. Hold this tension, notice how it feels, and then release. Feel the warmth and relaxation in your feet now. Moving up to your calves. Tighten the muscles in your calves by pulling your toes towards you and hold. Be aware of the tension and then let it go. Notice the sensation of relief that follows. Now, focus on your thighs. Squeeze these muscles firmly. Hold this tension, feel it, and then release. Allow your muscles to become loose and relaxed. Let's shift our attention to your buttocks. Tense these muscles as tightly as you can. Hold for a moment, and then release. Feel the relaxation spreading. Tighten the muscles in your abdomen by sucking your stomach in. Hold the tension, observe it, and then let it go. Feel the relaxation in your abdominal area. Now, clench your fists tightly. Hold this tension in your hands, and then release. Notice the feeling of relaxation in your fingers and palms. Moving to your arms. Tighten the muscles in your arms by drawing your forearms up towards your shoulders and making a muscle with both arms. Hold this tension and then release. Feel the relaxation in your arms. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Hold this tension and then let it go. Feel the heaviness in your shoulders subside. Now, tighten the muscles in your face by squeezing your eyes shut, wrinkling your nose, and clenching your teeth. Hold, and then release. Notice the softness in your face. Finally, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine any remaining tension leaving your body. Notice the weight of your relaxed body against the chair or floor. Take a few more deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes, feeling refreshed and calm.
Hello, welcome everybody. I hope you enjoyed this PMRT session. Now, I'll take your leave as I'm having a very bad throat, and my friend Miss Ria would further explain you the further interventions. Over to you, Ria.
Thank you so much, Anila ji, for this wonderful session. You gave us a lot insight about what is anger and what are the main triggers for the anger. And I'm welcoming all the participants who are here and they are present till now and learned a lot from us. Let me introduce myself. I am Ria Khurania. I am the CEO and founder of the Psychicc Mantraa. Along with that, I have an experience of 2 years in the field of psychology, and I was awarded with Best Woman Mental Health Coach of India in 2024 and Global Excellence Award in Mental Health Supporter in 2023. Before we move further, I want to ask you all, do you have any questions or any queries to resolve before we move? further? Otherwise, you can give me a thumbs up to let me know that everything is clear till now. Uh, okay, so moving forward with the anger coaster. So, what is this anger coaster? As we can see, it's like a hill. It is looking like a hill in which we can see that how the anger outburst in our day-to-day life. At the base of the hill, we can see that what are the main warning signs that you are starting to feel angry. एवरी टाइम जब भी हमें गुस्सा आता है, हमें हमेशा कोई ना कोई एक वार्निंग साइन मिलता है जिससे हमें पता चलता है कि हमें गुस्सा आने वाला है. कुछ लोगों के अंदर दैट कुड बी लाइक उनकी सांसें फूलनी स्टार्ट हो जाती है. सम पीपल फील लाइक कि उनके रेड चीक्स जो है वो रेड होने स्टार्ट हो जाते हैं. कुछ लोगों को एकदम शॉर्टनेस ऑफ द ब्रीथिंग जो होता है वो स्टार्ट हो जाता है. सो दीज आर सम वार्निंग साइंस जिससे हमें पता चलता है दैट हमारा जो गुस्सा है वो एक तरह से स्टार्ट होने वाला है, या वी आर ट्रिगर्ड विथ समथिंग दैट कैन लीड टू द एंगर आउटबर्स्ट. Then we can see on the second upper thing that what are the some warning signs as you can get angrier. इसके साथ साथ we can get some angrier sides like we have many negative thoughts. Already we have learned about some cognitive distortion today, so we can have those distortion that can lead to more negative thoughts or emotion in our body or in our mind. Then what does your anger outburst look like? Then we have an anger outburst that can be very aggressive, or sometimes it is very introverted. It's like we don't know how to react in that point, and sometimes we hurt ourselves, and sometimes we hurt other people when we have this anger outburst. Along with that, at that point we don't know what are the main things that can help us out to remove this coaster and हमें वो दोबारा जो है वो डाउन ऑफ द हिल पे लेकर आ सके. तो एट दिस पॉइंट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर द वार्निंग साइंस, व्हाट आर द मेन थिंग्स दैट मेक अस एंग्रियर, एंड देन वी वुड बी एबल टू काम डाउन फ्रॉम द एंगर आउटबर्स्ट बाय लर्निंग द coping strategies or coping skills that can help us out to calm down the anger signs. Some coping strategies today Anila ji has taught us that include PMRT, deep breathing and all. And now next slide please. Next slide please. Yes, now today I am teaching you about the 10 healthy ways to deal with the anger. ये techniques जो हैं आप कभी भी use कर सकते हैं in your day to day life, and even can be used by any person of any age group. ठीक है, सो ये आपके डे टू डे लाइफ की एक्टिविटीज हैं, आप कभी भी यूज कर सकते हैं, किसी भी टाइम यूज कर सकते हैं, एंड दीज विल हेल्प यू आउट टू डील विथ योर एंगर. सो द फर्स्ट थिंग इज वॉक अवे एंड कूल डाउन. So sometime when we have a heated argument with someone, so what is the first thing that we can do is we can walk away and cool us down from that moment. Like जो भी हीटेड आर्ग्यूमेंट वाला रूम है हम उसे छोड़ के कहीं और जा सकते हैं. वहाँ पे उससे क्या होगा, जो ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे ट्रिगरिंग पॉइंट्स जो हमें ट्रिगर कर रहे हैं एंगर आउटबर्स्ट के लिए या और ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव होने के लिए, वो पॉइंट्स जो है बहुत हद तक कूल डाउन हो जाएंगे, एंड दिस विल हेल्प अस, और हमारे सिस्टम को हेल्प करेगा ताकि वो हमें कूल डाउन कर सके. सेकेंड थिंग इज टेक स्टेडी ब्रेथ्स एंड फोकस ऑन एक्सहेलिंग स्लोली. स्टेडी ब्रेथ्स मीन्स आप डीप ब्रेथ लीजिए और धीरे ब्रेथ लीजिए. It means you can use a 4 second technique that you have to inhale for 4 seconds, then you have to hold for 4 seconds, and then you have to exhale in 4 seconds. These type of breaths help you to calm your anger down. Third thing that is very helpful, that is count to 20 or more until you feel calmer. Why count to 20 or why counting is important in anger dealing? So sometimes we need to distract our mind and our consciousness to remove that triggers or to remove our main focus from the points that is triggering us day by day. So by counting till 20 or 30, 40, anything that you like will help you to distract your mind and calm you down in that moment and bring you back to your conscious state. Fourth thing is stretch or do yoga. Stretching, yoga and exercise, point 7, or play any sport. These are like doing a physical activities, and by doing physical activities we can calm down our mental mind too, and this will help us to include the mindfulness in our day-to-day life, which will help to deal with the anger. Next, point 5 is use I statement and say how you feel, what you need, and you want to do be treated. Sometimes we feel anger or triggered because we don't like something that is going with us. This problem is very common in the adolescent, as many adolescents don't know that what exactly to say. Even in our work culture or even in the couple relationship, this is also seen that what we exactly feeling, we don't express that particular thing, and we try to show it or express it by our anger. For example, मेरे बॉस ने मुझे कोई पीपीटी दी and I was doing that, and now I felt like overburdened from the work from past few days, and today I want to leave. Sometimes it could be happen that I was not able to do the open communication. I just go and give my resignation. So this is like an anger response. So instead of doing this, I can go and use the I statement. I can directly confront the boss that what are the feelings that I was feeling. I can say that boss, I was feeling very overstressed and overburdened with the work, and I want some free time for myself, as today I am not doing these all things with me, and I don't have any me time and a family time. That is bothering me, and I want some free time. I want a break, just because I am a human being and I also need this. These type of I statement where I represent what exactly I want can help, can become one of the best coping strategy or best way to deal with the anger, just by removing the main triggering object or the triggering situations from our body, from our day-to-day life situations. Okay, next, sixth point is take a break and use a calming tool like stress ball. देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स इन आर डे टू डे लाइफ जो हमें काम डाउन करता है या हमारे को हमारे स्ट्रेस से रिलीज करने में बहुत मदद करता है, तो हम ब्रेक ले सकते हैं और वो यूज कर सकते हैं, लाइक स्ट्रेस बॉल. स्ट्रेस बॉल्स आर सम स्क्विजी बॉल्स जो हम अपने डे टू डे लाइफ में अपने बैग्स के अंदर कैरी कर सकते हैं, एंड बाय जस्ट प्रेसिंग देम वी फील वेरी काम. आपने फिजेट्स देखे होंगे जो बहुत सारे बच्चे या लोग आजकल इस्तेमाल करते हैं, पॉपिन बॉल्स देखी होंगी जो यूज करते हैं. दीज आर लाइक द स्ट्रेस बॉल्स. या पहले हम लोग एक बबल वाले जो रबर पेपर्स आते थे, रैप्स आते थे, तो हमें उन्हें फोड़ना बड़ा पसंद था. क्यों पसंद था पता नहीं, बट हमें रिलीफ बहुत मिलता था. दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट गिव अस that make us स्ट्रेस फ्री और रिलैक्स करता है. तो ऐसे ही हम कुछ टूल्स अपने साथ रख सकते हैं जो हमें हेल्प करेगा अपने आप को काम डाउन करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज next thing is squeeze, then relax your muscles. Squeeze and relax your muscles. It's like the physical activities, or you can do the PMRT. If you don't have any pain in your body or don't have any cervical issues, then you can use this technique in your day-to-day life, which will help you to deal with the anger in your day-to-day life. Next, ninth and the most powerful and the most effective technique that you can use anytime is push against the wall or floor and then relax. इसमें आपको क्या करना है, बेसिकली आपको अपने हाथ जो है वो आपको मतलब दीवार पे रखने हैं, एंड यू हैव टू ट्राई टू पुश दैट वॉल, और इवन आप फ्लोर को भी पुश करने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं. वाइल डूइंग दिस आप अपने जो आपके जो भी एंगर के जो भी सिम्टम्स है या जो आपका एग्रेशन है, आप वो अपने वॉल के ऊपर पुशिंग में आप उस एग्रेशन को यूज कर सकते हैं. एंड आफ्टर डूइंग दिस यू कैन टेक अ डीप ब्रेथ, और while doing this you can take the deep breaths that will help you out कि आप इससे easily deal कर सके. ये टेक्निक आप कहीं पे भी यूज कर सकते हैं, कहीं पे भी किसी भी तरीके से आप इसे यूज कर सकते हैं। नेक्स्ट 10th पॉइंट इज स्क्रिबल ऑन द पेपर। वी ऑल नो कि जब भी हमारे पास पेपर आता है, पेन आता है, खाली टाइम आता है, तो हम पेन उठाते हैं और उसके ऊपर कुछ भी बनाना, ड्रॉ करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, जिसका कोई मीनिंग हो भी सकता है और कोई मीनिंग नहीं भी हो सकता है। सो स्क्रिबल इज दैट पर्टिकुलर, मतलब जो ड्राइंग जो हम यू बनाते हैं अपने इमोशंस को या उस समय की उलझन को या कंफ्यूजन्स को खत्म करने के लिए। तो scribble is the one of the best way to deal with the anger. So these are the 10 ways to deal with the anger. Any doubts or am I clear? You can give me thumbs up if you understand these. Okay, so moving to the next slide, dealing with anger. Okay, dealing with anger. Admit your frustration. सी डीलिंग योर एंगर्स, यानी अपने, अब हमें गुस्सा आ रहा है तो अब हम उन्हें डील कैसे कर सकते हैं। अभी जो जो हमने लर्न किया था, दैट आर द कोपिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज। नाउ वी आर लर्निंग द स्टेप्स कि हम इससे किसी भी टाइप का एंगर जो हमारी डे टू डे लाइफ में प्रेजेंट है, हम उससे कैसे डील कर सकते हैं। सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज एडमिट योर फ्रस्ट्रेशन। Admit this कि yes, I am frustrated and it is okay to be frustrated sometimes. Second point is write down the reasons you might be angry. Just give yourself some time and just take a deep breath and then write down all the reasons or all the possible ways या all the possible things that is available around you, and because of that you feel like you are angry. Write them all on the paper. Third is look at the situation from the other person's perspective. जैसे हमें गुस्सा आता है किसी के ऊपर भी, तो now write the same situation from the other person's perspective कि ओके मेरा जो भी perspective था उस situation में that's okay. now अगर मैं उस सामने वाले इंसान की जगह पे होती जिसकी वजह से मुझे गुस्सा है, तब मैं क्या करती या उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो प्रॉपरली वो सिचुएशन थी क्या या हुआ क्या था। फोर्थ इज फाइंड योर ट्रिगर्स, व्हाट यूजुअली अनॉय यू। समटाइम्स देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स जो हमें हर टाइम अनॉय करती है, या दे आर द ट्रिगर्स जिनके बारे में आज हमने ऑलरेडी सीखा है। तो ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द मोस्ट कॉमन ट्रिगर्स दैट बेसिकली इनिशिएट द फीलिंग ऑफ एंगर इनसाइड यू। सम पीपल, कुछ लोगों को आदत होता है कि वो जब सामने वाला इंसान उनसे जोर से बात करता है या तेज आवाज में बात करता है तो वो उसे बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाते हैं। सो इसको भी हम ट्रिगर बोल सकते हैं। इसके साथ साथ और भी बहुत सारे ट्रिगर्स हो सकते हैं, लाइक कुछ लोगों को जैसे दूसरे लोग जब चलते हैं तो उनका मतलब जो चलने की वॉइस होती है वो पसंद नहीं होती, वो उनको ट्रिगर करता है, उनको खटपट की आवाज से ट्रिगर होता है। कुछ लोग जो होता है फ्रिजिंग करते हैं, उनको वो पसंद नहीं होता है। कुछ लोगों को आदत होती है कि वो टेबल के ऊपर पेन को बार बार टक 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 की वॉइस करते हैं, उससे उनको पसंद नहीं होता है। सो ऐसे ही आप और ट्रिगर अपने यूज कर सकते हो, आप उन्हें फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो कि कौन सी मेन चीजें हैं जो आपको ट्रिगर सबसे ज्यादा करती है। फिफ्थ पॉइंट इज exercise or creating art are effective coping strategies to get energy out. Now अब जो हमारे अंदर एनर्जी है उस साइड एग्रेशन के टाइम पे, तो अब by doing exercising और by creating any effective coping strategies जो हमने अभी बहुत सारी पढ़ी हैं, उनमें से आप कोई भी यूज कर सकते हो, एक्सरसाइज कर सकते हो, इवन यू कैन पुश द वॉल और स्क्रिबल। एंड इस तरीके से आप अपनी जो आपकी एनर्जी है, जो आपके अंदर इस एंगर के इमोशन को जन्म दे रही है, उसको बढ़ा रही है, उसको आप बाहर निकाल सकते हो। सिक्स पॉइंट इज ब्रीथ एंड मेडिटेट टू सूथ योर बॉडी एंड माइंड। माइंडफुलनेस और ब्रीथिंग इज द मोस्ट कॉमन थिंग, जिससे बहुत इजीएस्ट वे है जिससे आप अपनी बॉडी और माइंड को मेडिटेट कर सकते हो और उनको काम डाउन कर सकते हो। इवन इफ यू वांट जस्ट टेक फ्यू मोमेंट्स एंड अभी आप सबको छोड़ के जस्ट फोकस ऑन योर ब्रीथ। आप खाली 5 ब्रीथ्स भी करेंगे, सिंपली ब्रीथ इन एंड ब्रीथ आउट 5 ब्रीथ्स, यू विल फेल्ट आउट कि यस कि ये टेक्निक जो है बहुत इफेक्टिव है और इससे आपकी बॉडी और आपका माइंड बहुत हद तक शांत हो गया है। एंड नाउ इसकी वजह से आप ऑलरेडी प्रेजेंट मोमेंट पे है। तो आप ये करके देख सकते हैं आफ्टर वर्कशॉप, एंड जस्ट लेट मी नो कि आपको कैसा फील हुआ एंड व्हाट आर योर रिस्पॉन्सेज आफ्टर दिस. Yes. And the seventh thing is, once you have de-escalated, talk about your feelings. एक बार आपकी बॉडी से ये सारी इमोशंस, ये सारी चीजें एक बार निकल जाए, देन आप आराम से बैठिए एंड देन टॉक अबाउट योर फीलिंग्स. ओके ओके Okay, I will try to include. Am I clear till now, or do I have to repeat this in English? Any point you want me to explain again? Okay. So the seventh, as I'm talking, that when you have de-escalated your feelings, once you feel like all my emotions are out from my body, then talk about your feelings. That what were the things you were feeling. You can talk this with your therapist or with the people close to you. This will help you to understand yourself better, and will help other that they will understand you in a better format. Clear till now, or any doubts, any questions? Okay, next slide please. Just 10 more minutes and then we are good to go. We will conclude our workshop. Yes. Okay. Next thing, that are the myths and the facts related to the anger management. This is the last topic of the day. So what are the most common myths and what are the main facts related to the anger? First myth is, I shouldn't hold in my anger. It's healthy to vent and let it out. It means कि क्या ये सही है या मुझे अपना एंगर जो है अपने अंदर नहीं रखना चाहिए, और ये हेल्दी तरीका है कि मैं उन्हें वेंट आउट या लेफ्ट आउट, मतलब लेट इट आउट कर दूं. सो व्हाट इज द फैक्ट? द फैक्ट इज, while it is true that suppressing and ignoring anger is unhealthy, venting is no better. Anger is no something you have to let out in an aggressive way in order to avoid blowing up. In fact, outbursts and triads only fuel the fire and reinforce your anger problems. So what is the fact? See, yes, this is true that we don't have to suppress or ignore our feelings, or we don't have to suppress majorly this anger feeling, because it is unhealthy for our physical and the mental health. But venting is no better. Venting can sometimes, when it is very aggressive or hostile, it can lead to the domestic violence, and we all know that what is domestic violence and how hard or how bad it could be for anyone. So yes, it is no better, but yes, by doing the proper coping strategies or the proper formats to let it out, that will not harm us and other, is a good way, and this can helpful for all of us. So the next myth is, anger, aggression and intimidation help me earn respect and get what I want. Sometimes people feel like that when we are angry and when we are dominating and when we are aggressive and when we try to dominate other people, this will help us to earn more respect and get what we want. So we can relate this main myth with the people of underworld, that basically जो इसको एग्री करते हैं, they are agreeing this, that by doing this they will get this. So what is the main fact about this? True, power doesn't come from the bullying others. People may be afraid of you, but they won't respect you if you can't control yourself or handle opposing viewpoints. Other people will be more willing to listen you and accommodate your needs if you communicate in a respectful manner. So as I read out that what is the fact, that this is the truth, that people will be afraid from you. They will try to be far as they want from you, just because you are dominating and you are aggressive. Sometimes this can harm our relationship with the loved ones. So always try to be communicative and empathetic towards other, and try to vent out your anger in a very good way that will help you and other to grow. Next point, please. Next slide, please. Okay. Sorry. Yes. I Next myth is, I can't help myself. Anger isn't something you can control. Sometimes people say that yes, I can't help myself, anger is something that I can't control, so it's okay if I vent out on others. So this is a myth. So what is the fact behind this? You can't always control the situation you are in or how it makes you feel, but you can control how you express your anger, and you can express your anger without being verbally or physically abusive. Even if someone is pushing your buttons, you always have a choice about how to respond. Yes, you will get the PPT if you have paid for the resources and for the certificate. So this PPT is included in the resources part. Yes, back to the PPT. So yes, as I'm telling, yes. So as I'm telling, he, uh, as I'm telling, okay, you can't control the situations you are in. You can't control the behavior of other people or other things, but yes, you can control yourself. Yes, what you are doing or what you are saying, that is completely, you are the responsible one who have done this. So you can't control the situations, but you can control yourself, or the choices in your hand, that how to respond. So learn how to respond, and by doing this you can take the therapies if you are unable to learn how to respond and how to work, or even you can use the coping strategies to control your anger. Next myth is, anger management is about learning to suppress your anger. So every time we have learned that by learning the anger management skills, we are about to learn how to suppress our anger, or this or or even oh, okay. Can you please show what do you want me to show, sir? 24th slide. Uh, can we okay. Yes, so this is the thought record sheet that we have already learned, that what are the main 7 steps that I was telling you, that how to control the anger, that what are the main situations and how to think, and how what I learn about the coping strategies, and then discuss about the things. So this is a thought record sheet that you can also use to learn. Yes. Now back to the myth and the fact slide. So anger management is about the learning to suppress your anger or your emotion. So the fact is, never getting angry is not a good goal. Anger is normal and it will come out regardless of how hard you try to suppress it. Anger management is all about becoming aware of your underlying feelings and needs, and developing healthier way to manage being upset. Rather than try to suppress your anger, the goal is to express it in the constructive way. So yes, so this is what the anger management is all about. Anger is not about that to suppress your anger or to suppress your emotions or your feelings or to neglect them. Anger management is all about how to face that particular feeling and how to work on them in a constructive way, so you cannot harm your own self or the other by doing anything that is not good for you. Okay, so next slide, please. So these are the main facts and the myths that are related to the anger and all. So any doubts till now? Anything that you want to ask? Any question or any particular personal thing you want to share or you want to ask? Mm,
I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are talking about feeling angry. So we are dealing with the anger in ourselves, how would we handle if someone else is angry on us, with us?
Uh, Ma'am, first thing that if someone other is angry at us, so it's not our responsibility, or it is not depend on us that how the person is reacting. But yes, to protect ourselves, we can made a boundary in between that person and us, and we can tell them clearly that we are not going to tolerate this particular behavior. It's okay, and I understand that yes, anger is an emotion and a feeling, and yes, it's okay to be angry sometime, but this is not the correct way. And I am not like a doll or a puppet or something like this on whom you can show anything that you want. If you are angry, come to me. Let's settle down and talk about it and try to find a common way to deal with that particular thing. But the thing that you are doing is not acceptable by me. You can directly confront that person and you can try to create that boundary if he or she is adult. Sometime in the case of teenager, we have to acknowledge them. We have to sometimes suppress ourselves, and then we have to try to calm them down by using the different techniques, or sometimes try to understand them, that what are the main things that are triggering them, and then try to talk to them in the same manner that it's okay, I understand your feelings, but I am your mother or a father, and you are not allowed to show this tantrum or anger at me in this term.
Okay, thank you very much. Very clearly explained. Thank you, both of you. Very well organized workshop. Can I just ask, you and Anila talked about grounding techniques.
Yes, ma'am.
You talked about grounding techniques in the last session as well in anxiety management. Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
planning to run a workshop on grounding techniques?
Okay, if everyone is agreed, so then we can go for the grounding techniques, that we can grounding and the mindfulness techniques. We can think about it, and we will update you about that particular thing in the group. Is that
Thank
okay?
you very much.
Just because
Thank you
we are
very
not
much.
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes. So this is all about today. Any other doubt you want to ask? Okay, so we are about to wind up this webinar. Thank you everyone for being here, for being with us at this moment. We are very happy to have you all with us today, and having so much love and support from you is really wonderful. Also, we are providing some of services that we provide as a therapist. We provide individual sessions, marriage and family sessions, couple therapy session, mindfulness training, stress management, life skill development, career counseling, and substance abuse counseling. If anyone required these services from our end, they can contact us, and they can contact us on these numbers, or can scan this QR code. And if anyone registered with us today, they will get a 10% off. And if you are a student, then additional 5% off is available from our side. So this is all about today. Any last time I'm asking any doubts or any queries from anyone? Otherwise, you can start leaving. Thank you everyone for being with us. Yes, Ayan, Usman. Anila Sehgal is there. Okay, so we are closing this meeting link now. Thank you everyone for being with us.